Dragon Age 3. Now, I love the Dragon Age series, mainly for the lore and for Dragon Age Origins. I'm excited for a Dragon Age 3. However, there are some things that I think they should do. In Dragon Age Origins, the pull into that entire thing was the fact that you could choose your background, choose who you were, choose what your race was, and that determined how people would interact with you throughout the entire game. If you're an elf from the alienage, it will have weight to how you make decisions. You will feel ostracized and like you're a victim, as opposed to being a human who's like, I have everything and now it's all destroyed. That's just an interesting thing. I think for Dragon Age 3, they should pull from Dragon Age 1 and do the whole Origins thing. Also, there is something I liked about Dragon Age 1 that Dragon Age 2 just didn't quite have. Dragon Age 1 had far more memorable characters, like Oghren, Alistair, Wynne, Morrigan, Sten. Love Sten. There are characters that are just memorable and awesome. Even the dog I liked a lot. I liked the dog more in Dragon Age 1, and I liked pretty much any other character in Dragon Age 2. And that's kind of messed up. A character who doesn't really have any dialogue and just barks. It's funny to me, the fact that they couldn't do as good as a dog in Dragon Age 2. But there are some things I did like about Dragon Age 2. The fact that it is all voice acted is entirely refreshing. Gives it more of a cinematic feel. I did like the dialogue wheel. I like the fact that you had a name. I would like it if there was more than just one voice though. I would like to see that. Or even if, like in Soul Calibur 4, weird that I'm referencing Soul Calibur 4 for a motif for voice acting, but in the character creation in Soul Calibur 4, there are these, there's like 6 options. It's like, okay, this is what this person says, this is what that thing says. And you have to listen to the content of what they say. Then you choose, I'm going to turn up the pitch or turn it down. If they did that for more dialogue-based video games, it might give more variance. And they could hire, just 2 voice actors again. Also, having choices that have a lot of weight and a lot of impact. I didn't play through all of Dragon Age 2, I kind of lost interest, but in Dragon Age 1 there was a lot of weight and a lot of impact to every single thing that you did. The elf alien, it's like, okay, who killed these people? Who killed these people that screwed with your people? But who killed? Because, that person's going to be in a lot of trouble. You'd be like, I'm not saying anything. Or you could be like, it was me, and me alone. And they're like, alright dude, you know what, that was noble of you, but you're still going to die. And then you're like, you get recruited in the Grey Warden, so like, I can't get you, But then if you're like, oh, it was me and my cousin, we both killed him, it was awesome. They'll be like, okay, you both are dying. And then the dude, Duncan, who recruits you into the Grey Wardens is like, okay, you know what, I hereby invoke the right of conscription for this guy. This other guy will clearly die if he goes into it. Why, and then your cousin's like, no, I'm gonna be in prison, I'm gonna die. Why would you do this to me, cousin? Alright, I didn't know it was gonna have that much impact and weight. Yes, it is that important. A side character who you don't see later, but is still, you like. He can die if you just say one type of dialogue option, and you feel kind of guilty about it. I did it on one of the playthroughs because, oh, forgot to mention this. One thing I don't want in Dragon Age 3 is glitches. Glitches out the yin-yang. Because in Dragon Age 1, this didn't happen in Dragon Age 2, but in Dragon Age 1, there was just glitches out the freaking yin-yang. I had to restart a game like 5 times just because of certain glitches happened. There was one point whenever I went through 60 hours of gameplay, I got to the very end of the game as my male elf from the alienage. I was almost at the end of the game, and then it glitched out on me, so I was stuck, and it wouldn't go to the next cinematic, and I kept going back into it and trying to fix it, and it was just stuck in this glitch. So I had to go back, play the entire game over again up until that point, and then it didn't glitch out on me that time, and so I was like, oh, okay. But I lost 60 hours of gameplay. But that was, remember, as an older game, back in 2006, 7-ish, and so, I mean, you can kind of forgive them for that, not really, but I'm not that mad about it. I still got a good game out of it. Also, for Dragon Age 3, I think I can state for all of us that no one wants to see a whole Mass Effect 3 debacle. No one wants to see an ending that has choice, but it's really not choice. It's just 3 different colored explosions and a bunch of bullshit. So, that's what I want to see.